Amara must stay in the House of Light for 1 year without any harm or molestation. Subscribe, like, share, and give us a thumbs up. Nduno was a place where time moved with the rhythm of seasons, where children ran barefooted, chasing goats, and elders gathered beneath the great kola tree to share proverbs and judgments. The village market beat like a drum in its center, echoing with trade, laughter, and quarrels. Among the many compounds of Nduno, one stood apart, shining in memory and in presence, the House of Light. Its walls were raised with clay that seemed to catch the sun. Its courtyards swept daily till they gleamed, and its barns bulged with yam and grain. In the evenings, the laughter of women and children spilled out, and at festivals, its compound became the heart of celebration. People from neighboring villages spoke of it as if it were more than a house. It was a symbol, a reminder that prosperity, when guided by wisdom, could shine like a lamp for all to see. The master of this house was Chief Obinna, a man whose name was spoken in every corner of Nduno. He had been born in a season of hardship, when hunger had bowed the backs of many. Through his own sweat, his trading journeys, his careful farming, and above all, his sense of fairness, he had built wealth and respect. He was not the loudest man in the village, but when he spoke, silence often followed. A man's tongue, he used to say, is like a drum skin. If it is beaten carelessly, the sound will scatter. If it is struck with skill, it will carry far. As Chief Obina's time on this earth drew to a close, he called upon a young woman named Amara, who had been a constant presence by his side, nursing him back to health and offering words of comfort. He entrusted her with a sacred responsibility to ensure that his legacy lived on and his family remained united. Chief Obinna summoned his family to gather around him, including his wife Ogechi and his son Chijioke. With a weak but determined voice, he revealed his final wish. Amara was to stay in the House of Light for 1 year, free from harm or molestation. If this condition were met, his vast estate would be divided among his loved ones. However, if Amara were to be mistreated or forced out, the entire inheritance would be donated to the village to benefit the community. Ogechi, fueled by greed and a sense of entitlement, seared with anger. She had always believed that she was the rightful heir to Chief Obinna's wealth and property. Chijioke, who had recently returned from a journey abroad, was torn between his loyalty to his mother and his growing affection for Amara. As the days passed, Ogechi's resentment towards Amara grew. She began to plot and scheme, trying to find ways to discredit Amara and break the terms of Chief Obinna's will. She accused Amara of stealing a precious family loom, a precious family heirloom, a golden amulet, and tried to manipulate Chijioke into turning against her. Amara, however, remained steadfast and kind. Refusing to engage in Ogechi's games of deceit, she continued to care for the House of Light, tending to the gardens and ensuring that the household ran smoothly. Chijioke, drawn to Amara's gentle nature, found himself falling deeply in love with her. As the months went by, the tension between Ogechi and Amara reached a boiling point. Ogechi's schemes became more and more elaborate, but Amara remained resolute, refusing to be swayed. Chijioke, torn between his loyalty to his mother and his love for Amara, struggled to make sense of the situation. Just as it seemed that Ogechi's plans would come to a fruition, a shocking revelation shook the family to its core. Chijioke discovered a long-hidden secret. He was not Chief Obinna's biological son. Ogechi had an affair, and Chief Obinna, despite knowing the truth, had chosen to raise Chijioke as his own. The news sent shockwaves through the family. Chijioke's identity was shaken, and he struggled to come to terms with the truth. Ogechi, realizing that her schemes had been futile, was forced to confront the consequences of her actions. In the end, Chief Obinna's will was read, and the inheritance was divided according to his wish. Amara was declared the rightful heir to the House of Light, and she later got married to Chijioke. Through the story of Chief Obinna, Amara, Chijioke, and Ogechi, ndị Uno learned that wealth, love, and wisdom are inseparable, and that the greatest inheritance is not gold, but the heart one nurtures. They also learned that kindness and loyalty build enduring legacy. Amara's virtue ensured the preservation of the House of Light. Also, pride and greed leads to downfall. Ogechi's envy caused suffering until humility prevailed. Again, true family is forged by love and care, not just bloodlines.